Yeah. What's good? This is your guy, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. You guys, it's Friday, Football Friday, and we have a week. We have a week until we're at Super Bowl weekend. And I got to be honest, man, I can't, I really can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited for this game, but I have no nerves. I have no nerves. I'm not nervous at all about this game. You know, the last time the Philadelphia Eagles were in the Super Bowl, oh my God, was I nervous. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to feel. All I knew was we've been here before and we didn't get it done. That's all I knew. We were here before and we didn't get it done. But now that demon, now that monkey is off our back, I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles can play a lot freer. I'm your guy, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Make sure you guys smash that like button. I'm super grateful for you guys being here because you guys are a part of this journey that we're on. The road to the Super Bowl, the road to Glendale, Arizona. And this is a journey that we've all been waiting for, waited a long time for. We haven't been in the Super Bowl since 2018. I know some people say 2017, but, you know, technically the Super Bowl was in the year 2018. So we weren't in the Super Bowl since 2018. It's now the year 2023. 5 years later, and we're back in the big dance, facing off with the best quarterback in the NFL once again. You notice every time the Philadelphia Eagles had their opportunities, they always had to go against the best of the best of the best. And I've always wondered, damn, why does it always fall like that? Why is it that every time the Eagles have had their shot in the Super Bowl, at least in this century, we had to go against the hottest or the best quarterback at that time? 2004, Tom Brady, one of the best quarterbacks in the league at that time. 2018, Tom Brady, once again, coming off of an MVP season, I believe. This year, Patrick Mahomes, he will be the NFL MVP. So again, I say, whenever the Eagles had their shot at the big dance, whenever the Eagles had their shot at the Super Bowl trophy, the Lombardi trophy, whenever they had their shot, the Eagles always had to go against the biggest of the baddest. The baddest of the biggest. The top dog. The big kahuna. The top quarterback in the league. We always had to go against the giant. The titan. You feel what I'm saying? And it really begs the question, wow, the football gods work in mysterious ways. God works in mysterious ways. But you know what they say. And I don't know who you believe or what you believe, but I know one thing for sure, and I know what I believe. God doesn't lay on you any more than you can bear. God gives his toughest task to his toughest warriors, to his strongest warriors at that. You know, there are some people who were able to sleepwalk into a Super Bowl. Well, I don't want to say sleepwalk because winning a Super Bowl is hard. But not everyone has had to go against the best quarterback at that time when they've had their opportunities. But the Eagles, every time they got their shot, man, oh man, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, come on. It don't get no better than that. When the Eagles beat Tom Brady in 2018, he was still at the top of his game with the Patriots, winning MVPs. He was still at the top of his game. Patrick Mahomes, in his prime right now, in his prime, and it's only getting better because he's getting smarter, more cerebral. He's depending less on the big plays and more so being surgical, breaking you down. You know how dangerous that is at the quarterback position? A quarterback that's so capable of killing you over the top, but even more deadly, breaking you down, nickel and dime you 5 yards, 8 yards, 11 yards, 13 yards, 14 yards, 6 yards, 3 yards, 10 yards, then boom, 50 yards. That's what Patrick Mahomes is. He's a wizard back there. He makes it look easy. So this is going to be a matchup for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is going to be something that they can handle. They're built for, but it won't be easy. You see, not everybody is built to last. Not everybody is built for this type of matchup, but the Philadelphia Eagles are because they put in the sweat equity, the blood equity. You feel what I'm saying? They paid their dues. The Philadelphia Eagles have been the best team in the NFC consistently. Now, did they have a hiccup in week 16, 17? Sure. But their starting quarterback was hurt. I expect that to happen. But when he's played, the Philadelphia Eagles, when Jalen Hurts has played, the Philadelphia Eagles have been 14-1. You include the playoffs, 16-1. Essentially, 16 out of 17 times, Jalen Hurts wins the game. Can that be one of those times? Will this become 17 out of 18 times Jalen Hurts wins the game? Can the Eagles end the season? Can the Eagles end the season 17-1? 17-1. You follow me here? Can the Philadelphia Eagles end the season 17-1? Can they defeat Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the NFL, on the biggest stage? It's going to come down to so many factors. But one factor, in my opinion, is going to come down to the quarterback play. It's going to come down to the trenches. It's going to come down to taking advantage of opportunities when they come. Sustaining drives, time of possession, not making mistakes. There's so many things that go into winning this game. But I think the one thing that comes to the forefront, the one thing where I think the Philadelphia Eagles can dominate, that can determine the outcome of this game, is how they dominate the trenches on both sides of the ball, offensive and defensive lines. I appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Continue to stay engaged. We're going to have some fun today, as always. The love is always felt. Victor Johnson, EC1 Football, Vermonta Williams, Jimmy Garrity, Dank Burrito, Cordarius Kidd, Weezy the Dreaded Eagle, Mitch Kofsky, Jorge Mendoza, Justin Visker. Appreciate y'all so much. Appreciate y'all, man, because the vibes is real. The vibes is right. So, like I said, it's going to come down to the trenches, offensive and defensive line. Chris Keeley, welcome to the show, my man. I appreciate y'all kind words. It means a lot to me. And Dank Burrito, you bring up a good point, and I believe in it, actually. The MVP is cursed. Ever since Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner was the last MVP. The last MVP to win the Super Bowl. It hasn't happened since 1999. I don't know what it is about the MVP trophy in the 21st century. I don't know if it's cursed. I don't understand it. I don't know the bad juju or the stigma behind it. But one thing I do know, there hasn't been a player or a quarterback specifically that has won the MVP and won the Super Bowl in the same season since Kurt Warner in 1999. That is not by accident. Is it coincidence? Is it happenstance? I really don't know. I can't explain it. I just can't explain it. It hasn't been done in over 20 years. It hasn't been done. But as you guys saw in the thumbnail, I want to talk about not just the trenches, but I also want to talk about the running back room for the Philadelphia Eagles. Miles Sanders, Kenny Gainwell, Boston Scott. If you want, you could throw Jalen Hurts in there as well. This running back room, Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell in particular, have an opportunity in front of them, an opportunity of a lifetime. They have an opportunity to leave their mark in football lore, in football history. Can Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell have the game of a lifetime? You see, it's going to be vital for those two guys to empty the tank. This is the last game of the season. This is for all the marbles. This is for the prom queen. You feel what I'm saying? Can you take home the prom queen? Are you willing to lay it out on the line to take home the prom queen? Even when they doubted you from the beginning. Even when they didn't think you had the swag, when they didn't think you had the juice, when they didn't think you was capable. Can you bag the prom queen? Can you bring home the Lombardi Trophy? Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell have an opportunity because they are playing some of their best football right now. Miles Sanders, 2 touchdowns in the playoffs. Kenny Gainwell, 1 touchdown. But here's the thing. They've been doing a pretty good job at maintaining that 4-yard minimum average per rush. I understand people feel like Jalen Hurts needs to go out there and prove something, prove that he's the Super Bowl MVP, prove that he's the guy, prove that, all his doubters are wrong. I understand people want him to fall into that. But the thing I love about Jalen Hurts is he's not going to fall into that. He's not going to take the cheese. He's not going to eat the rat poison. The Eagles need to win this game how they've been winning games as of late. They need to dominate the game physically. They need to dominate the game at the line of scrimmage, and they need to make sure they sustain drives and limit Patrick Mahomes' possessions. And you do that through the running game. And that running game includes not just Jalen Hurts, but Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell and Boston Scott. Because as of right now, as it stands, through 26 attempts, through 2 games in the playoffs, Kenny Gainwell has 160 yards rushing, averaging over 6 yards per rush, 1 touchdown, averaging 80 yards a game on the ground. Miles Sanders, 28 attempts rushing through 2 games, 132 yards rushing, averaging almost 5 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns, an average of 66 yards per game. Jalen Hurts, 20 attempts, 73 yards, averaging almost 4 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns on the playoffs. Boston Scott, 12 attempts, 53 yards, averaging just over 4 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. The Eagles have 7 rushing touchdowns in the playoffs to only 2 passing. So in the red zone, what is that telling you? The Eagles are dominating the red zone with their run game, and there's no reason to stop now, especially when you're going up against a defense in the Kansas City Chiefs that struggle to stop the run. They're a very, very good pass rushing team. 55 sacks on the season. They get to the quarterback. They know how to do it. Chris Jones is a menace. He leads their team in sacks, I believe, with 16 through the regular season. But if the Eagles can dominate the Chiefs with their running game first, if they can have the Chiefs on their heels, they can continue to wear them down, and that pass rush becomes obsolete as the game grows. Of course, Jalen Hurts is going to have to throw the ball. I don't care. I don't mind Jalen Hurts throwing the ball. I trust Jalen Hurts to throw the ball. But this is a game where you don't want to get beside yourself. You don't want to get into a pissing contest. You don't want to get into an ego battle. You want to win the game, no matter how it looks. If Jalen Hurts has 3 rushing touchdowns, so be it. If Jalen Hurts throws for 150 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns, so be it. If Miles Sanders throws, if Jalen Hurts throws for 200 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but we move the ball on the ground, and on top of that, we score all our touchdowns on the ground, 4 rushing touchdowns, so be it. It means nothing to me. It's all about bringing home the prom queen. It's all about bringing home the trophy, to show mama, to show your dad, to show the family, to bring it home to the city. You feel me? That's what it's about. Don't get caught up in the glitz and the glam of Super Bowl weekend. Don't get caught up in all the narratives. Oh, Jalen Hurts hasn't done enough in these playoffs. Jalen Hurts, he's been carried by this team. Okay, y'all can believe that. If that's the case, all right, they're going to carry me to the Lombardi. They can believe that. But guess what? To the victor goes the spoils. History is written by the survivors, not the fallen. Will the Eagles be survivors, or will the Eagles fall? It remains to be seen. But Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell, they have an opportunity to change that. They have an opportunity to be a strong influence in the outcome. Like I said, Kenny Gainwell's averaging just over 6 yards in the playoffs per rush. He's balling right now. The Eagles have run the ball 88 times compared to passing the ball 49 times. But Jalen Hurts, he's completing 63% of his passes right now. That's under his average for the season. That's okay. You can tell he's dealing with something. You can tell that shoulder injury is lingering a little bit. His timing was a bit off when it came to his deep ball in the most notably in that in that 49ers game. He had a deep ball to AJ Brown in the Giants game that he missed him on, but you can tell he's overthrowing guys a little bit. He doesn't have the same touch right now. But I think with the additional rest, the 2 weeks of rest, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. Jose Juarez, 17. He says, hello from Spain. Jose, welcome to the show, man. I appreciate you for locking in. We're going global, y'all. My man Jose from Spain. I appreciate y'all. Show love. Show love. Hola. Renji 401. Big hug from Spain. Gracias. Gracias. Renji 401. Thank you for locking in the content from Spain. Like I said, we're going global, you guys. We're going global. We holding it down in Spain. Spain. That's a big deal. Don't let anybody tell you different. Oh, man. So, D. Aldridge, here we come, Riri. Rihanna, man. It's going to be good seeing her again. Mon Money. He says, Steichen has been pass heavy all year. Has he? Has he really? Let's put it in perspective. People say he's been pass heavy all year. Let's look at it. Let's think about it. So I understand what you're trying to say, Mo Money. I understand what you're trying to say, but I'm about to give you a number or two, or I'm about to give you two numbers that might change your mind about that. On the entire season, the Philadelphia Eagles have attempted 536 passes. On the season, the Eagles have thrown the ball 536 times. That includes Jalen Hurts and Gardner Minshew. The Eagles have thrown the ball 536 times. Compared to the rushing, the Eagles have ran the ball 544 times. You follow me here? On the season, not the playoffs, on the season, the Eagles have passed the ball 536 times. They have ran the ball 544 times. So that is the definition of balance. I know at times it appears that they can be run heavy. I mean pass heavy. I totally get what you mean, Money. I totally understand what you mean. But the numbers say they're a very balanced offense. They've been balanced throughout the season, and that's how this team wins. DM Ohan, exactly. It's been 50-50. It's been 50-50, man. So this Eagles team is a balanced offense. Not many teams have that privilege of being balanced. The Chiefs are the furthest thing from a balanced offense. As a matter of fact, this Chiefs team that we're about to face is Patrick Mahomes or bust. I mean, there's no one else I would rather bet on. If I had to bet on any quarterback, I don't think I wouldn't mind betting on Patrick Mahomes. I wouldn't mind betting on Patrick Mahomes at all. But I want to give you guys some perspective once again. In the playoffs, the Chiefs have attempted 80 passes. They've run the ball 50 times. The Chiefs have thrown the ball 80 times in the playoffs, and they ran the ball 50 times. Now let's go to the regular season. In the regular season, the Chiefs have thrown the ball 651 times. In the regular season, the Chiefs have run the ball 417 times. That's a pretty big disparity. That's north of 200 yards in the tent, right? So we got to keep it real with ourselves. We got to keep it real with ourselves, you guys. The Chiefs are not a balanced team. They're not. They're Patrick Mahomes or bust. The Eagles are a more balanced team. They allow Jalen Hurts to throw the ball, but they also don't forget where they came from, and that's the run game. And I think that's how you win. You dominate the line of scrimmage. You beat them up like you did against the Chiefs, like you did against the 49ers, and you beat them up like you did against the Giants. You made Dexter Lawrence disappear. You made Nick Bosa disappear. You made Eric Armstead disappear. You made Fred Warner disappear. You do the same thing with Chris Jones. You do the same thing with Frank Clark. You do the same thing with Nick Bolton. This Chiefs team cannot stop the run on a consistent basis. You feel what I'm saying? But granted, Dank, I totally understand what you mean. The NFL is a passing league. And to throw the ball 66% of the time compared to running the ball, it's not a bad number. It's not. It's not a bad number. Okay? Because you got Patrick Mahomes, that's not a bad number at all. Shout out to my man, my brother Lamar Cotton Sr., man. That's my family right there. That's my family right there. Y'all feel me? That's my family right here. No joke. Me and Lamar Cotton went to high school together. That's my brother right there, man. That's my homie, man. You know what's so funny? And I'm about to take y'all down memory lane real quick, so just follow me here. The first day me and my man Lamar met, the first day, we were sitting in history class. I think it was American history or something like that. Or was it world history? I don't know. World history or American history, one or the other. And we sitting in the back of the classroom in the back corner. And we sitting there right in front of the classroom heater. You know how like in public school they got they got the heater right there. It's the heater and they got the windows right there. And sometimes when class almost over, you sit by you sit by the heater, you sit by the HVAC, you sit there. You know what I mean? And so we sitting there vibing in class. So he said, I think he said something to me first. I think he said something. Yo, bro, what's your name, man? I said, oh, my name is Antonio, bro. He said, Gates. He said, Gates. The first day he met me, he don't know me at all. He started calling me Gates. Like Antonio Gates. Because my full name is Antonio. He said, yo, I'm gonna start calling you Gates, man. I said, hey, bro. That's some good company. And plus he a Chargers fan. Always been a Chargers fan. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. But my man been a Chargers fan for the longest. for the longest. I never understood it to this day why my man a Chargers fan. But that's his squad, and I get it. LaDainian Tomlinson, Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates, Sean Merriman. You know what I mean? Vincent Jackson. You know, they had some dogs. You feel what I'm saying? Darren Sproles. They had some dogs play for the Chargers. So I can't get mad at them for liking the Chargers back in the day. But listen, my brother, you got to come to the dark side. Oh, man, but shout out to my man Mar, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I love that boy to death, man. That's family. That's family, man. So, yeah, like, you know, the line, like Lamar said, the line is tight. It's a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em. I said this to you guys, I think a couple days ago, that this game, because of the greatness of Patrick Mahomes, you just don't know which way it's going to go. Patrick Mahomes is a force. He is a force. He is the best quarterback in the NFL, easily, no question. No question. And he continues to prove it time and time again. He has this clutch gene. He has this championship DNA that you can't replicate. You can't quantify it. He just has it. He has it. He continues to build on his legend, beating the Jacksonville Jaguars on one leg, beating the Bengals on one leg. You feel what I'm saying? So his legend just continues to grow. But can the Philadelphia Eagles damage that? Can the Eagles defy what his legend is beginning to become? It doesn't matter what he's going through, he's going to continue to win games. The Eagles have a chance to defy that history. They have a chance to put a smudge or put a dent or put a chink in the armor. They have an opportunity. So, can the Eagles get it done? I think it's really going to be decided in the trenches. The Eagles have the best offensive line in the NFL. Hands down. I think they have the best defensive line in the NFL. The numbers show you that. 4 pass rushers with double-digit sacks. They're the deepest defensive line in the NFL. They're the most dominant offensive line in the NFL. Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell have to take advantage of this. But also, what Jalen Hurts brings to the table, sure, he's not averaging big yards in terms of the run, but what he does is he gets just enough. He's all about moving the chains. He doesn't care about breaking a big one. He wants to move the chains. He wants to keep the ball in the possession of the offense. But most notably, what Jalen Hurts provides you, his presence alone, him being on the field alone, makes defenses think twice about how they play the Eagles. We saw in that San Fran game, we saw in the Giants game, the threat of Jalen Hurts taking the ball with the RPO, a designed run, or a designed pass, but however you want to slice it. The threat of him taking that ball or giving the ball to the running back, linebackers have to wait an extra second or two. They have to hesitate because they don't know. They don't know who's going to have that ball. Now, Dank Burrito says the Chiefs have the best or have the number 1 pass block win rate. Fair enough. Fair enough. But I think if you ask 100 people, 90 of those people will say the Eagles have the better offensive line. They're better in the run, and they're on their heels in terms of the pass. If I had to define it, I mean, I don't know. As a matter of fact, Ding Burrito, can you do me a favor? You know, since you looking at the numbers, can you look up where the Eagles are in terms of pass block win rate? And also, can you look up where the Chiefs are in terms of run block win rate? Can you do me a favor? Look up the run blocking stats for the Eagles and the pass blocking numbers for the Eagles as well, for both Eagles and Chiefs. That would help me out a lot, because I think the Eagles are a better run blocking team, and I think in terms of the pass blocking, I think the Eagles are right there with them. If the Chiefs are number 1, I think the Eagles are number 2, number 3. Cotton says TJ Edwards really slowed down offensive plays. He's overlooked. I think TJ Edwards is overlooked, but I do think he can be a lot better in pass coverage. You know, yeah, that's a good point, Cotton. He real good at reading the field, but he's in pass coverage. He doesn't really have that twitchiness in pass coverage. You know what I mean? He's not really as dynamic in pass coverage, but when it comes to reading the field, dissecting plays, being engaged in the run, oh yeah, he gets busy. He's a smart player, really smart player. EC1 says, I trust Bradbury and CJ Gardner, Maddox, and big play Slate on those Chiefs wide receivers. They really don't scare me with the wide receiver play. Feel like we're going to make him panic, get 2 turnovers in the Super Bowl. You know, it's funny because Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he had a pretty big game. He came up big in the AFC Championship, right? He came up big, but there's a strong chance they're going to be without McCole Hardman. If I'm not mistaken, I know Juju has played, but Juju has only had 3 targets throughout the whole playoffs. Throughout the entire playoffs, Juju has had 3 targets. Now, he has been hurt. He's been dealing with a lingering injury. But overall, the Eagles have the better wide receiver core. The Eagles are dangerous. But what makes this is simple, you guys. What makes the Chiefs' offense dangerous is Patrick Mahomes alone. That literally him. So, as talented as the Eagles roster is, it's yo, Black Line. Yo, Black Line, chill, man. I'm trying to be professional. I'm trying to be professional here, okay? You see, some of y'all like me to get in my bag. That's what a lot of y'all like. Some of y'all want my Victory Monday vibe to be my Tuesday through Thursday vibe or Tuesday through Friday vibe. That's what y'all really want. Y'all really want my Monday vibe to become my Tuesday through Friday vibe. And I'm telling you, the black line. I'm going to remain humble, man. I'm going to remain humble. I'm serious. You're not gonna catch me slipping out here, black line. He said, Tone, stop being humble. We about to dog walk these boys. Hey, listen, I gotta be humble, man. I got to. You're not gonna set me up, man. All right, here we go. Dang Burrito says Chiefs are number 3 in rush win rate. Is that pass rush or is that running the ball? Oh, I see it. Okay. The Chiefs are number 3 in rush win rate, 15th in pass rush win rate, and number 32 in run stop. Wow. The Chiefs are dead last in the league in terms of run stop win rate. Are you serious? The Black Line says, I've been feeling like the Incredible Hulk ever since we smoked San Fran. We smoking on that Cali pack, right? We smoking on that Cali pack. But for real though, Black Line, he really want my Monday vibe. Black Line wants my Victory Monday vibe to be my everyday vibe. I can't be on 10 like that every day, Black Line. I can't be talking crazy like that every day. I can't. I want to, but I can't. I gotta play it cool some days. I gotta play it cool. I gotta play it cool, man. I can't go out bad. I can't be out here just I can't just go out here shooting at everybody, man. I can't. EC1 says San Fran fans was talking heavy. They was. San Fran fans was talking crazy all last week, was they not? Martin Jones says everybody loved talking about how physical teams were until the Eagles became the most physical team. Abso-freaking-lutely. Martin, the whole time, San Fran was yapping at the mouth. Oh, yeah, we the most physical team. We're going to find out just how physical Philly is. Meanwhile, Brock Purdy might be out for 6 months to a year. You feel what I'm saying? EC1 says you would think the Eagles would take some plays from the Bucs Super Bowl defense where they shut down Mahomes' offense. He had Tyreek and Harmon as a wide receiver. I get what you mean, but here's the difference in that, right? At that time, the Chiefs' offensive line got decimated. I think they lost both left and right tackles in that game. So I don't know if we can bet on that to happen again. I don't think we can bet on the Chiefs' offensive line having that bad of a game again. I'm not saying that the Buccaneers didn't deploy a viable game plan, but if you can get Patrick Mahomes running for his life every single play with a bad ankle, oh yeah, you might be on to something, EC1. You might be on to something. Vermonta says the Chiefs are going to have 2 rookies covering A.J. Brown and Smith. Yo, Vermonta. Barbecue chicken. That's all I'm going to say. Barbecue chicken. Victor Johnson says Slay needs to play more like big play Slay. He's been playing like Darius. Yo, that's a fact, man. He ain't been too much of a liability, but his tackling been weak. I need big play Slay back, man. We ain't had a Darius Slay interception since what, Dallas? All them San Fran fans was talking greasier than a mug. He said they was talking greasier than a mouthful of church's chicken. I got to talk crazy now. One thing I will say, I haven't come across any Chiefs fans that been talking crazy at all. Chiefs fans are kind of being real calm about this. I don't know. I haven't heard a Chiefs fan say something crazy yet. Like San Fran was talking crazy, y'all. Like, I don't know if a lot of y'all realize San Fran was like the team, the fan base, they was talking crazy. Meanwhile, the Chiefs fan base, they're making me a little They're making me a little nervous. They're quiet, too quiet. And I need to find out where they at. I need to find out where they at. They've been a little too quiet, and I don't know how I feel about that. Savvy B says Niners fans are still talking. Had their lunch stolen and eaten right in front of them. I'd be mad too. Niners fans are sad because they just can't take their ass whooping. They just can't take it and go home. There's nothing wrong with losing, man. Everyone loses in life. Sometimes you have to just roll with the punches, man. Sometimes life just gives you lemons, man. Everything can't go your way, man. Sometimes, God has to humble you, man. And sometimes it ain't your time, man. Sometimes it never will be your time, man. Let's be honest, man. The Chiefs can't get past the NFC Championship, man. Man, or not the Chiefs, man. I'm sorry, the 49ers. Excuse me. The 49ers. 49ers, man, they are cooked. I'm telling you. I bet the 49ers don't get out of the divisional round next year. Bet on it. I bet they don't get out of the divisional round next year. I'm willing to bet on that. But anyway, like I said to you guys before, let's reset. This game is going to be so important, right? Because I think Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell have an opportunity of a lifetime. I think Kenny Gainwell is going to have a huge game. Actually, I think Kenny Gainwell might have a bigger game than Miles, right? Kenny Gainwell he runs hard. I think he's quicker, sideline to sideline. Laterally, I think Kenny Gainwell is faster. I think he's more twitchy. Miles is obviously the more talented running back. I think Miles Sanders is still a better overall running back, but Kenny Gainwell has emerged. Kenny Gainwell has shown that you have to respect him when he's out on that field. He runs hard. Kenny Gainwell has just been a productive runner, averaging over 6 yards a carry. Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell have an opportunity to really rock this game, especially when you got to account for Jalen Hurts. Like you don't just become a better run stopper team. You just don't become a better team at stopping the run. You don't, unless you add some personnel. Sometimes you can't coach that away. Sometimes your team really sucks at stopping the run, and the Chiefs are that team. If I'm Shane Steichen, I'm bullying them all day. I'm bullying them. I'm hitting them with play action. I'm testing those rookie wide receivers and creating one. You see what's going to happen is the Eagles' rush attack is going to create so many one-on-ones. It's going to create one-on-ones for A.J. Brown. It's going to create one-on-ones and for Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert because they're going to have to stack the box. They're going to have to. They're going to have to stack the box. Will Kelly, welcome to the show, my man. He says, what up, Tone? My guy, we got a real shot, bro. Bengals game plan was good. They just gave up third and long situations too much. We must get them off the field. That's a really, really good point. The Chiefs are a really good third down offense. Really good. So you can't take that for granted, right? You have to have a viable game plan on third down. The thing about Patrick Mahomes is it doesn't matter if it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 18. He makes it all look like 3rd and 5. You have to be under the impression. We found one. We found a KC. Hey, we got one, y'all. We found one. We got a KC fan in the building. We found one. We found one, y'all. There we go. We found one. We found one. So, KC fan, since you're the only one in here right now, I want to know how you feeling about the game, KC fan. I'm gonna approach you respectfully. I'm gonna approach you respectfully because I'm a respectful guy. So, KC fan, how do you feel about the Super Bowl right now? And be honest. No, I understand you're a fan, but you can be intellectually honest. How do you feel, KC fan, about this upcoming matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs? Desert Eagle 90. Gainwell definitely been killing it. Absolutely. Gainwell he's been running hard and he's been really decisive. He's been hitting the holes pretty consistently. Jose Serrano says, like the late great Jerome Brown would say, we bring in the pain. Dink Burrito says there was one Chiefs fan who was talking trash, but he was more entitled. Look, man, when you got Patrick Mahomes, you got to believe that you can beat anybody on any given day. because Patrick Mahomes is that quarterback that can just go crazy. 400 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns. He could just go wild. You know, ADW says the bottom line is this: the Chiefs have not played a defensive front with multiple players registering double-digit sack totals. That's a very good point. Tony B says, KC fan, I know it's early, but what's the word on your wide receivers injury-wise? That's a very good question. I'm curious about McCole Hardman. I'm curious about Juju Smith-Schuster. I read he was questionable. I'm curious about the health right now of the Kansas City Chiefs, because I heard they lost some guys in that game, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how serious the injuries were, but KC fan, since you're here, I would love for you to provide some context to the Kansas City Chiefs injury situation. That would be mostly appreciated. Desert Eagle 90, he says, you guys, Desert Eagle says this defense deserved the name. Bring back the gang green, but add legacy to it. I feel you. KC fan says, you guys, I think, okay. He says, you guys, I think we're going to struggle with elite quarterback Mahomes better than other quarterback you face. We also haven't played offense like y'all's. Okay. That's understandable, right? That's understandable. And I think you bring up a good point, right? The Eagles haven't faced, well, I'll put it to you this way. I'll frame it like this. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback that the Eagles will face. Period. It doesn't get any better than this. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback the Eagles will face this season. And it's so fitting that it will happen on the big day, the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl. And I told you guys earlier in this live stream, I mentioned that if you think about the Eagles and every time they've had an opportunity at the Super Bowl, they've had to go up against the best quarterback at that time. 2004, Tom Brady was one of the best quarterbacks at that time. Eagles lost. 2018, the Eagles went up against Tom Brady again, knocked him off, beat him. He just won an MVP that year, I think. And now this year, Patrick Mahomes, I think he's going to win the MVP, but Patrick Mahomes is the de facto best quarterback in the NFL. It's no debate. It's no conversation. It's no conversation. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. So it's only fitting that the Eagles will have to continue to run through the best of the best of the best to get what they want. They never make it easy for the Eagles, right? They never make it easy. They never make it easy. So it's going to be exciting. Chiefs for life. Another Chiefs fan. Welcome to the live stream, my man. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you. Now we got 2 Chiefs fans in the building. Chiefs for life. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you for gracing us with your presence. I want to pick your brain a little bit. He has the Chiefs winning 31-24. I think that's a good score. But I want to pick your brain, Chiefs for life. I want to know what you're feeling about this game. I understand you already gave your prediction, but let's try to put fandom aside and try to really dissect this game unbiasedly, right? What's your honest assessment of this Super Bowl? How do you judge the Chiefs' weaknesses, their strengths? How do you judge the Eagles' strengths and their weaknesses? Because here's my perspective on this thing. And thank you, KC fan, for also providing some insight as well. I appreciate you. I do think the game is going to be close. But here's my perspective on this thing. I think the Eagles have the better overall roster. I think they're deeper. But I do feel that the Kansas City Chiefs, their edge is at quarterback easily. Patrick Mahomes is better than Jalen Hurts. It's not a question. The Chiefs have the edge on the Eagles at quarterback. They have the edge at tight end, and they have the edge at head coach. Those are some pretty key positions. So, Chiefs for life says you guys are frauds. You haven't faced elite teams. Chiefs gonna humble you. That's cute because they were calling the San Francisco 49ers and Chiefs for life. I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to approach this from an analytical perspective. I actually want to pick your brain about some real football talk, not your fandom. But you want to go there. That's perfectly fine. I can go there too. So let's talk about it. The San Francisco 49ers, that's a pretty elite defense. Y'all defense is not touching them. Let's call it what it is. Y'all defense is not touching the San Francisco 49ers defense. Y'all not sniffing a jockstrap. Y'all can't stop the run. Period. Y'all can't stop the run at all. So you know what's going to happen, right? The number one rushing offense is going to smash one of the worst rushing defenses in the NFL. Period. It's just that simple. You see, a lot of people get caught up in the path. You see, you got so many people who get locked up on the path. They're so obsessed with the path. But I was always raised to work smarter, not harder. Work smarter, not harder. We don't make the schedule. We don't decide the matchups. I can't help that the Eagles defense plays so physical that they knocking out quarterbacks left and right. I can't help that fact. I can't help that fact that the Eagles defense is so physical, so dominant, they knocking quarterbacks' heads off. I can't deny that fact. I'm sorry, KC. I'm sorry, Chiefs for life. I'm sorry that y'all defense is sorry. I'm sorry, but we're gonna find out really what it is. Because here's the beautiful thing about it. It's not Jalen Hurts versus Patrick Mahomes. It's Jalen Hurts versus the Chiefs defense. It's Patrick Mahomes versus the Eagles defense. And I think I'll take my chances with the Eagles offense versus y'all defense versus the Chiefs offense versus our defense. I think I'll take my chances with that. You dig what I'm saying? So, again, we can have a respectful, productive, intuitive conversation. We can do that. We can talk like two intellectual football human beings that love the game, love the hustle, love the grind. We can talk like that, or we can get grimy, we can get nasty and let you know it's a Philly thing. It's however you see it, it's however you want it. However you need it, I'm serving it up that way. I'm a humble guy. The live chat will tell you that I'm a humble guy. I don't get too much into the rah-rah. I'm not disrespectful, but I bite back, you dig? I bite back. You see the problem with the Chiefs? They're top heavy. They're top heavy. Once you get past about 2 or 3 or 4 positions, who do you have? Who do you have that's going to handle Haason Reddick? Who do you have that's going to handle A.J. Brown? Who do you have that's going to stop Devontae Smith? Who do you have that can stop Dallas Goedert? Let's keep it funky. Who do you have? You see, they get so hung up on the numbers. You see, y'all hear him, y'all? Hurts, RB, he was trash versus. Come on, speak English, my man. Speak English. Speak English, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, how old are you? Speak in complete sentences. Like, come on, man. I know you got some kind of education. Speak in complete sentences. Hurts, RB, he was trash versus 49ers, bud. Come on, man. Speak English. Is that KC twang? Come on, man. Speak English, man. Speak English. He got to be 12 with a Chiefs for life moniker. That's your tag? Chiefs for life? Okay. He must have put that in a fantasy football name generator. Come on, man. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. He got his name in a fantasy football name generator. Come on, man. Chiefs for life. Whoa. You see, this is how it's so funny. You know what's so funny? That's how I know who I'm talking to when it comes to football. People that get too wrapped up in the numbers. That's the problem. That's the problem with young football minds. They get too wrapped up in the numbers. But when you actually watch the game, you realize, damn, Philly controls games. It's hard to run on Philly. It's hard to pass on Philly. Damn, Philly just dominates you. Wow. Man, what is it about Philly? I don't get it. It's not meant for you to get it. What's understood don't got to be explained. You see, you guys, people think we fell into this. People think we fell into the Super Bowl. People think we just lollygagged our way into it. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people think we lollygagged our way into it, but let's be real. We've been the most dominant team in the NFL all year. We got the receipts, kid. We got the receipts. Eagles been the most dominant team in the playoffs. We got the receipts. We got the receipts. Defense only allowed 14 points through 2 games. We got the receipts. I don't care who the quarterback was. We got the receipts. I don't care who you play. I don't care who we play. We got the receipts. Your man Patrick Mahomes better throw for 600 yards or y'all done. Y'all better have that man throw for 600 yards or y'all finito. That's the only way y'all win. Y'all can't run the ball. Y'all can't stop the run. Y'all ain't got no wide receivers. Y'all ain't got no corners. Y'all need Patrick Mahomes to throw for 600 yards, 5 touchdowns to ride with us, man. Like Dink Burrito said, Tom Brady had 505 passing yards in the Super Bowl and still lost. There's levels to this. Patrick Mahomes got 1 Super Bowl. We got 1 Super Bowl. Come on, man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You see, like Chiefs fans getting too big for their bridges, man. Like, all right, let's keep it real, man. I'm tired of being humble, right? I'm tired of being humble. Let's really talk rap facts. You feel what I'm saying? Let's really talk about it, right? Prior to the year 2020. Can y'all hear me? There we go. Can y'all hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. I had a little audio drop out. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Because I'm about to go crazy. Let me know if you're hearing me. I'm about to speak some facts real quick. Can y'all hear me? All right, cool. Got it. All right, let's get it. So, prior to 2020, the Kansas City Chiefs won Super Bowl 4, 23-7 in 1970. But we're not even going to talk about that. Because you want to know why? It was the 70s. We're not going to talk about the 70s. We're going to talk about what recently happened. We're going to talk about this century, okay? Because the Kansas City Chiefs talk like they're just this famed franchise. Chiefs fans talk like they've just been the cream on the crop, right? But let's be frank about this. Y'all just got here, just like the Eagles. You see, the Eagles been dominant for 20 plus years, right? The Chiefs, y'all just got dominant, what, 5, 6 years ago? Right? Maybe 5 or 6 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But I'll put you this way, right? Let's keep it simple. Y'all won the Super Bowl in 2020. Okay. Y'all won the Super Bowl in 2020. The Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2018. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to understand is why do the Chiefs think they just been running stuff? Because y'all made it to some conference championships, but y'all only got it done one time. We got to keep it real with ourselves. Y'all only got it done one time. Patrick Mahomes is underachieving. Chiefs for life. You can't even spell your man's name right. Mo Holmes. Mo money, mo problems. Like, come on, man. Patrick Mahomes, okay, let's really talk about it. He's been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1. He lost in conference championships to the Bengals. And I think he lost in a conference championship to The Patriots at one point, right? If I'm not mistaken. But the bottom line is this. People pretend like Patrick Mahomes just got all the rings. No. Patrick Mahomes has not played well in any playoffs. He had a good half in that first Super Bowl win. He was terrible in the first half. He had a good second half. But Patrick Mahomes has not consistently been good in the playoffs. The last time y'all was here, how many points y'all put up? The last time y'all was in the Super Bowl, how many points did y'all put up, Chief for life? Talk to me. Let's talk facts now. The last time y'all was in the Super Bowl, how many points did y'all put up? I'm going to ask you one more time. Last time y'all was in the Super Bowl, how many points did y'all put up? How many? Somebody tell him before I have to tell him. 9. Young Theo, thank you. 9. Nueve. 9. Come on, man. 9 points. What happened to y'all then? Y'all ain't been back since. And that was what, 2021? We in 2023 now. Fair enough. The Eagles went to the Super Bowl in 2018. We're back in the full effect. You feel what I'm saying? In the past 5 years, Chiefs got 3 Super Bowl appearances. The Eagles got 2 Super Bowl appearances. It ain't that crazy. But like in the Patrick Mahomes era, the Eagles got a Super Bowl and the Chiefs got a Super Bowl. So where's this hierarchy that y'all want me to acknowledge? There is no hierarchy. The Chiefs are not better than the Eagles. You see, this is what happens when I try to be respectful. I try to approach this content game with grace and show people love and really try to talk football. But then they want me to get in my bag. Y'all can't stop the run. Y'all can't run the ball. There comes a point in time where you got to stop the run. And if you can't do that against the number one or one of the best rushing teams in the NFL, how do we see this thing through for you guys? Like Patrick Mahomes is going to have to throw the ball 60 times to win this game. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. He's going to have to throw the ball 60 times. He's going to have to throw for over 500 yards. You feel what I'm saying? Like the real know the vibes. Well, look, man, I'm going to continue to show love. You see, the last time somebody came in our live chats talking crazy, what was the result, y'all? What was the result? The last time some people came into our live chat, what was the result for that team? I'm going to let y'all tell me. The last time a Giants fan came in here, the last time a San Francisco 49ers fan came in here, what was the result when the fans try to infiltrate? I'm going to let y'all tell me. 31-7, Will Kelly, thank you. It hasn't ended well for the teams that doubted Philly this year. Hey, Savvy B, I don't think they got the memo. I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs read their script. I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs knows how this movie's going to end. Shout out to my man Arian Foster. I love Arian Foster, man. But I don't think the Chiefs fans really know what the climax is. I don't think they've read the script in full. I don't think they know how this movie ends. They don't know how this movie ends. They just don't know. And I've been real calm, cool, collected all week. I don't have a worry in my body. I feel so good about my team's chances. And I'm such a humble guy, you guys. Why do they got to make me be this way? I don't want to smoke with nobody. I just want to talk football and pick people's brains and find out what their honest opinions are about football. I don't want to get grimy. I don't want to play in the mud, but I know how. North Philly to the death of me. I know how to move. You dig? So let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky. Well, Kelce says Mahomes gets away with a lot of throws up for grabs. Birds are going to come down with them next Sunday. They're talking crazy now, but after the game, they'll be saying the NFL is rigged. Of course, Savvy. Of course they will. Of course they will. But what they not accounting for, see, look, watch this, y'all. If Haason Reddick knocks the yo, if I'm gonna try to say this with a straight face. If Haason Reddick knocks the Sonic rings out of Patrick Mahomes, what y'all gonna do? If Haason Reddick knocks the Skittles out of Patrick Mahomes' pocket, what y'all gonna do? We headhunting. It's just that simple. We putting guys out of commission. It's just that simple. You see, the players can't talk like this. The players can't talk greasy like me, but I'm not a player. I could talk greasy as I could talk as greasy as I want. What y'all gonna do when Haason Reddick knocks the Sonic rings out of Patrick Mahomes? What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna claim the game rigged? Or are y'all gonna start to call Patrick Mahomes soft? Or are y'all gonna try to kill Chad Henne for not getting the job done? What are y'all gonna do? I don't think the Chiefs really understand what they got themselves involved in. I don't think they understand the trauma they're about to receive. It's going to be a lot of blood on the field. It's going to be a lot of sweat, a lot of tears on the field. This is going to get bad for the Chiefs. This is going to get bad. And I've been so humble all week. But this is what happens when you got people talking out the side of their face. I'm humble, but I'm confident, kid. I'm humble, but I'm confident, kid. You don't think you're just gonna come in here and think I'm just gonna bow down. To what? To what? Stop it, man. Y'all can't stop the run. Y'all can't run the ball. We got the number one passing defense. Our run defense has gotten significantly better. It was one of the worst, I'll admit, but it has gotten better over the past several weeks. But again, on defense, Chris Jones and who else? You see, I hate when I gotta do this because like I know some players on the Chiefs defense, but now I'm playing dumb. Chris Jones and who else? Chris Jones can't play linebacker for y'all. Chris Jones can't play safety or corner for y'all. Chris Jones can't be everywhere at once. What y'all gonna do with AJ Brown, Burn, Trip McDuffie? What y'all gonna do with Devontae Smith? Go crazy. Dallas Goedert. What are y'all gonna do? Especially if y'all can't stop the run. Y'all not gonna know where to dedicate y'all players at. You're just not gonna know. So it's gonna be fun. You hear him? He said, "You're walking into a beatdown, kid. You guys aren't on our level." Come on, dog. Both teams are 16 and what is it? 16 and 2 on the season? No, 16 and 3. Both teams are 16 and 3 on the season. You're not now. I think you got this twisted, kid. Both teams are 16 and 3. Both teams are the number one seed. Our defense is better. I mean, you got the better quarterback. You got the better tight end. Where else? Where else? You see, Chiefs for life, he assumes that this game is actually going to be simple for the Chiefs. He thinks it's going to be simple, but it's not. This is going to be the toughest game Patrick Mahomes plays all year. He hasn't faced a pass rush like this. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. He said we was able to shut down Chase. Watson can shut down AJ. Yeah, okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Chiefs said Devontae can have Snead follow him. Yeah, that's all he's going to be doing is following him. That's all he's going to be able to do is follow him. He ain't going to be able to do nothing else. Follow the leader. He ain't going to be able to do nothing else. He ain't going to be able to do nothing else, man. But look, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all for being a part of my antics, man. I don't like to get greasy like this. You know, I don't like to be like disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my personality, man. I'm such a humble guy. But sometimes when people just say dumb shit out their mouth, you got to just let them know. But look, it's all football at the end of the day. It's all love for everybody. So we're going to see how this thing play out. As a matter of fact, let me look at the injury report for the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Let me look at this. So let's look at the injury report for the Kansas City Chiefs. McCole Hardman, questionable. The Chiefs are gathering opinions to determine if Hardman has a chance to play. L'Jarius Sneed, concussion, was listed as a non-participant in Tuesday's practice. Excuse me. Juju Smith-Schuster, questionable with a knee injury, won't practice. Kadarius Toney, questionable with an ankle injury, won't practice. Willie Gay, linebacker, questionable with a shoulder. What are we talking about, man? Y'all ain't got no wide receivers. Oh, man. Hey, Chiefs for life, man. I've been live for an hour, dog. This ain't got nothing to do with you, man. I've been live for an hour, man. Hey, listen, y'all. He new to the party. He new to the party. I've been live for about an hour, man. That's all y'all get. That's all y'all get out of me. But trust and believe, man. The heat only gonna light up. Man, oh man. Anyway. Hey, real quick. Y'all know me, I'm transparent. Hey, Chiefs for life, before I get out of here, how old are you? I'm just curious. I'm not going to say I'm not going to have some snarky comeback or anything. I just want to know how old you are, Chiefs for life. That's all. How old are you? Because I don't want to talk greasy to a 12-year-old or a 10-year-old. If I'm talking to a grown man, that's something different. But I don't want to sound crazy bullying a 10-year-old. How old are you, Chiefs for life? Just tell me how old you are, and we'll leave it at that. EC1 says he won't text back, just like the 49ers fans. Ivan Mims says we're going to drag them boys. Dink Burrito says both playoff games for the Chiefs were one-score games. They haven't dominated anybody. They haven't dominated anybody. DM Mohan says, following my footsteps, son. Oh, man. Oh, I'm telling y'all, man, we're going to win this Super Bowl. D. Aldridge says he a young bandwagon. Yo, I bet you. Yo, J Love says we have to win this game, Tone. Yo, facts, man. J Love, it's crazy. You just got here, man. You missed a good one. You missed a good one, J Love. I'm actually about to get out of here, man. But you missed a good one, dog. Like, I was in here talking crazy to this young Chiefs fan, talking crazy, man. But you're right. We have to win this game. And in fact, J Love, since you're here, I want to get your perspective, man. How do you feel about the game in detail? How do you feel about the Eagles' defense dealing with Patrick Mahomes? How do you feel about the Eagles' run game running on a Chiefs defense that can't stop the run? How do you feel about the Chiefs not being able to run the ball? How do you feel about the Eagles' pass rush harassing Patrick Mahomes? J Love, before we get out of here, I want to pick your brain about how you feel about this matchup in general. Try to give me some details about how you feel about this game, man. Because, like I said, I think this is going to be a big game. It has to be a big game for Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell. You know, the Eagles run attack has to be dominant. They have to average 4 to 5 yards a carry in this game. I think they can do that. I think that's not going to be a question. I really don't think the Chiefs can stop the run at all. I don't think they're going to be able to stop this Eagles rush attack. I just don't think so. I think it's going to be I think this game is going to get nasty. It's going to get physical, and I don't think the Chiefs are going to be able to match up. I just don't. I don't think the Chiefs are going to be able to match up well, especially when you think about the way the Eagles run the ball. So, J Love, give me an idea of how you feeling about this game, man. I definitely want to pick your brain before I get out of here. Definitely want to pick your brain before I get out of here, my man. Because you show a lot of love. Shizzo Flex, what's up, man? He says this feels like. Let me put it on the board. He says this feels like Magic versus Jordan in '91. Mahomes already MVP and the champion. I think Hurts will play the best game of his career and take it by force. I like that. Also, shout out to my man Savvy B for donating as well to the channel. He says Mahomes will be running for his life while Jalen eats KC's defense alive. What are y'all going to say about Hurts as a QB when he beats you? Big facts. Savvy B and Shizzle Flex, thank y'all so much for the donations, man. Savvy B with the $5 super chat, Shizzle Flex with the $5 super chat as well. I really appreciate you guys. Y'all show a lot of love to the show, and the content's only going to get more fun, man. I love going on this ride with you guys. I really, really do. I really, really do. So thank you, Shizzo. Thank you, Savvy. Appreciate you so much, man. Y'all, he won't tell me how old he is. He's scared. He's scared. Hey, Chiefs, how old are you, man? He said you yawning like me listening to your team's hype. Well, I mean, you can disappear, my man. You can disappear. You can go poof. J Love says really quickly, the Chiefs have the slightly superior QB, but defense wins championships. It'll be similar to the Bucs Chiefs Super Bowl from 2 years ago. Our defense will be too much. That's, the only reason I'm a little skeptical about that final point you said about the Chiefs Bucs Super Bowl from 2 years ago, the only reason I'm skeptical about that is because of the simple fact that the Chiefs lost 2 offensive linemen in that game. He said 19. Oh, you a baby. Oh, he's a baby. He's a 19-year-old baby. He's a baby. 19 years old. He's still stuck on mommy's titty. He's a baby. Oh, man. Shizzle says, only going by last year's game, he threw for 386 yards and 3 touchdowns. We lost 42-30. I think once Hurts gets robbed of MVP, he'll feel it slightly and then light him up. I like that. I like that. You can't really go by last year, if I'm being honest, because I think Jalen Hurts actually played well enough to win that game. I think the defense couldn't stop them last year. I think that was the issue last year. We weren't as talented. And I really think that's what that issue was last year. So I don't think it was offense at all. You dropped 30 on a defense. That's not a bad number. But we couldn't stop the run last year. We couldn't stop the pass. Like, the team just wasn't as talented as they are now. So I think that changes for sure. I think it's going to be a lot different. But J Love, also Shizzle, thank you again for the $5 super chat. J Love, man, you bring up a very good point, man. Chiefs for Life says you guys have the worst fans. Dan, why do you feel that way, Chiefs for Life? Why do you let's have a therapy session for Chiefs for Life. Why do we have the worst fans? Chiefs for life. Help me understand. Why do we have the worst fans? Give me a good reason, and I might agree with you. Give me a good reason, and I might just agree with you. I might just agree with you. Why are we the worst fans? Is it because we can't have nice things? Is it because we bully guys like you and eat you for breakfast? Is it because a guy like you wouldn't survive a day in the city of Philly? He can't even give me a reason. Watch he say, "Oh, y'all threw snowballs at Santa Claus." Come on, man. That was the 60s. Try harder. Try harder. J Love says we have too many weapons on offense. All they have is a wobbled Mahomes and Kelce. We got Goddard, AJ, Smith. I just feel our defense would give Mahomes more trouble than KC defense with trouble Hurts. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. And I actually that's my exact feeling as well. I think we have too much on offense and they don't have enough on offense. That's my honest opinion. I think we have too much on offense and they don't have enough on offense. And I think we have too much on defense. They don't have enough on defense. I think we're a better team in general. They are Patrick Mahomes or bust. You see, here's what Chiefs for Life is not telling y'all. What he's not telling y'all is the fact that he is praying Patrick Mahomes has the game of a lifetime. What he's not telling y'all is that Patrick Mahomes has to win this game. You see, Patrick Mahomes can't afford to have a bad game. He can't. He said we made fun of Vikings fans for what? Because they suck? Vikings suck. Vikings fans suck. You see, y'all know what the problem is. Also, Shiz, let me get your super chat on the screen. He says that's my point. We're better this year. We'll move the ball, but I think a W for Hurts will shoot him into uncharted territory. This feels like 91 Magic and MJ. That's a good point. He says you guys made fun of Vikings fans. You guys have no class for others. Y'all, hey, listen, let's really talk about the rap facts, okay? Let's pull out the car facts, all right? Every time, let's really discuss this since we're here now. I got time. People want to come to Philly and they want to talk about our city. They want to try to infiltrate our venues. They want to try to put their jersey on our statues. Yet, we're the ones that are disrespectful. No, what's disrespectful is the ass whooping we provide. That's what's disrespectful. You see, when you come to Philly, you better make sure you're ready to put up or shut up. You see, that's why we shit on Vikings fans. That's why we shit on 49ers fans. Excuse my language, Miss Nina Austin. Part of my language, Miss Nina. I apologize. He says we are one Super Bowl hit wonder. And what about y'all? Patrick Mahomes got one. He got one. Let's be honest. Patrick Mahomes got one. And your franchise, matter of fact, let's really talk about the facts here. The Kansas City Chiefs have 2 Super Bowls. We got one. There's not a big disparity here. There's not much tread on the tires, if you ask me. Thank you again, Shizzle Felix, for the $4.99 super chat, my man. I appreciate you. But let's be frank about this. He said we are one Super Bowl hit wonder. And what about Patrick Mahomes? What about the rest of them? One Super Bowl? One? Like Patrick Mahomes got one. And you wasn't alive for the first one, so you can't even rep that. You can't even rep that set. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, listen. Chiefs for Life, he want to rep the set of the 70s. He want to hold down the 70s. You wasn't even alive, kid. You wasn't even thought about. You wasn't even a sperm cell. Let's keep it real. I don't care where. Yo, listen, I'm excited now. I don't care where he been. What did he bring home? Chiefs for Life, talk to me. Let's keep it real. I don't care where he been. What did he bring home to the kids? What did he bring home to the family? You see, when grown men go outside, they can't say, damn, baby, I tried. You feel what I'm saying? You see, when grown men go outside, when it's time to bring home the bacon, when it's time to bring home the lion's head, you can't go out there and say, baby, I tried. Baby, I did my best. No, we need results. We need results. I don't care where you've been. What did you bring home to the family? I don't care where you've been. I don't care how many AFC championships you've been to. I don't care how many Super Bowls you've been to. What did you bring home to the kids? You can't feed your kids with hope. Are we serious? You can't feed your kids with hope. You can't feed your family with what ifs. Keep it real. Keep it real. You 19, right? You wasn't even alive. You wasn't even thought about when the Chiefs won their last Super Bowl. Super Bowl IV in 1970. You wasn't even thought about. You can't claim that set, son. You can't claim that set. So when you try to say Philly is disrespectful to other fan bases, you want to know why? Because they put up and they can't they can't shut up. They try to put up and they can't shut up. That's the let's keep it trill. Like my man Jalen said, let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky, right? You see, they try to come to Philly and they try to antagonize us. But then when we whoop their ass, now we the bullies. It's all fun and games until the rabbit got the gun. It's all fun and games until the rabbit got the gun. Let's keep it funky, man. I don't care where you've been. I don't care where you going. What are you doing now? What have you done for me lately? Last time I checked in the past 5 years, the Chiefs got a Super Bowl and the Eagles got a Super Bowl. So last time I checked, we on the same playing field, Chad. Come correct. Come correct. Know your history. But then again, you ain't got much of it. You're only 19. You're a baby. Okay. All right, KC. All right, KC. All right. All right, KC. All right. KC fan. I like you. KC fan. All right. Okay. KC. All right. I got you. I got you. KC fan asked me to chill. He a kid. KC fan, I got a lot of love for you. And listen, you got a home here. KC fan, even if we look, I don't really cover the Chiefs like that, but I do like to talk about all things football. So KC fan, you got a home here. And I appreciate you. KC told me to calm down. I might have to calm down. I might. All right, KC, it's because you said something. But get your boy. Get your boy, okay? Get your boy, because I don't want to have to put him in a coffin. Hey, KC, he talking crazy. He said, nah, I'm an adult. Let's go. First of all, you can't be an adult and you can't spell cheese. You can't be an adult and you can't spell bastard. You can't be. You can't be, man. You can't be. We got to be honest about this, man. But KC fan, I appreciate you. I got a lot of respect for you, dog. Jay Love funny. He says, no, don't calm down. He legal 19. He need to stay in the child's place. No mercy over here. Yo, KC fan, he said, like, I'm done, Humble. Do your thing. Yo, I'm having too much fun with y'all, man. Yo, oh my God. I was supposed to get off this thing, man. But y'all keep gassing me up. Y'all keep winding me up and letting me, y'all keep winding me up and letting me just go crazy. Oh my God. KC fan, all jokes aside though. KC, I respect you because I think me and you are looking at this game. I think me and you are looking at this game in a similar way. I think we both understand that this game can go either way because both teams have dominated their conferences all season. That's the thing, right? Both teams have dominated their conferences all year. Both teams have put up the same amount of points. Both teams have the same exact records, including the playoffs, 16-3. Both teams have dominated their conferences, have dominated their opponents. So I think we're looking at this the same way, KC, that this game can really go either way, right? Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, Andy Reid, they're dynamic. The Eagles, they're deeper. They're deeper. But again, this is going to be a matchup that it can go either way, KC. And I think you and I both know that. And You see, this is going to be one of those games where no matter who loses, you lost to the best. And that's all it was. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a fun-ass game, y'all. Seriously, it's going to be a fun game. I am so excited, man. It's going to be a fun game, KC. Like, you're so right. It's going to be a fun game. But look, y'all, I really got to get out of here, though. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all been holding me down, man. I had so much fun. Man, I'm ready for this game. I'm so ready. Like, this is going to be one of those games that we'll never forget. We'll never forget, because I think this won't be the last time that these two teams meet in the playoffs. So I appreciate y'all. You know, I'm your guy. Matter of fact, before I get out of here, you know, if you guys could smash that like button. I really appreciate y'all so much, my man. Smash that like button. Continue to support the channel. It means a lot to me. It goes a long way. I do not take any of the support, any of the donations. I do not take any of that for granted. You guys are truly a part of this team that I'm building. You guys are a part of this community I'm building. I don't care who you're a fan of. I don't care who you are a fan of, by the way. You know, if you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, if you're a 49ers fan, if you're an Eagles fan, if you're a Giants fan, whoever you support, I don't really care. As long as we can sit here and talk football and have some fun. That's all I care about, man. Look, my fandom shouldn't influence you guys, right? I mean, this isn't a more so ego-centric, environment. But just know that we're here to talk football. We're here to have fun. And I appreciate y'all so much. So I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm your guy, DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry.